start on the exterior. What they've changed: much bigger bonnet. It's vented and it has a bit of a power bulge. It really does change the overall look of the vehicle completely. You have LED headlights, new bumper, new grille design. Down the side, 19-inch wheels, and if we get around the back, you are going to get LED tail lights, a new rear bumper, and a diffuser with quad exhaust pipes that are not just there for the looks, but where the biggest changes have happened is in the interior. The interior of the Mustang really is something special. Ford has fixed all the niggly little problems that existed in the previous model. So it is a chrome, brushed aluminium and black leather affair. It dominates in here. Really is something nice. Center console, you have a lot of aluminium switches, a couple of Ford bits that are quite familiar. And you have Ford's Sync 3 and a 7-inch touchscreen that is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatible, and supplies audio to the B&O audio system. And then we move over to the driver's binnacle, because that now features a 12-inch digital dash. All the standard information that you would usually find, but what they've now incorporated is drive modes. So using this switch down the bottom here, or the little Mustang one on the steering wheel, you can scroll through the different drive modes, which change the settings on the vehicle according to the drive mode selected naturally. So you have normal, there is a My Mode, so you can customize your settings. There is Sport, Sports Plus, Racetrack, and yeah, one that I don't intend to use, but Drag Strip. These all change the layout of the digital dash and the behavior of the car. It's something really, I really do like that. It's a nice little touch. But you don't want to hear about tech, do you? This is, after all, a 5-litre Mustang. So let's take a drive. Right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of this vehicle. The 5-litre V8 behemoth underneath the bonnet. This engine puts out a bone-rattling 351 kilowatts and 529 Newton meters of torque. That means that if you get a little over-ambitious with that right-hand pedal, the back end will come around and say hello. Not really what you want, and it's no wonder that there's so many memes of this vehicle on the internet. Now, it is a V8, so it drinks like one. And we've been averaging about 15 to 18 liters per 100 kilometers. At the very worst, 23. At our best, 10 liters per 100 kilometers, and that is a rarity. Don't expect that kind of fuel economy in your day-to-day driving, because you should put all thoughts of that out of your head when you buy a V8. Now, Ford has done some work on the shock absorbers and the anti-roll bars, and this all aids in getting the power to the ground and keeping the car in a relatively straight line. And it does aid, it makes that drive just that much better. The power goes to the rear wheels naturally through a 10-speed automatic transmission. And you pop this sucker into Sport Plus, and use the pedals, and it's absolutely a 100% engaging drive. The one downside that I have with the vehicle at the moment is the steering. It is electric, and it has a lot of doodads between your hands and the front wheels that sort of deaden the response that the steering wheel gives back to you, meaning that there is a bit of a disconnect and you don't ever feel truly inspired to drive the car hard, because you're not really sure if the steering input you're giving is actually working. On the whole, it is such a nice drive, and I really love what Ford has done, and it's brought the Mustang from the Volkswagen days right up to proper GT car territory. This car should come with a warning though, and that is, disrespect it at your own peril. This car wants, no, it demands your respect, because if you do not respect the power that is going to the rear wheels, like I said, the back end is going to come around, it is going to bite you, and it is going to bite you hard. And nobody ever wants to see that happen, lest you become another meme on the internet. So, let's put it bluntly then. The Ford Mustang GT Fastback is bigger, badder, better, and slightly less American than its predecessor. Coming in at a list price of 915,800 Rand, it's not cheap, but it is a proper GT car. And I honestly can't think of a better way to put a smile on your and everybody else's faces than by owning a piece of this pony car history. The Mustang does something that none of its European counterparts can do, something that not even the Germans are able to pull out, and that is what it does for your soul, and that is priceless.